bum 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 bum
I don't
bum
really like this song.
bum bum bum. Ollie is bum.
He doesn't really like the song. Why don't you like the song? You go through such phases with all of the
Swing.
songs, though.
Yeah, I do.
Swing.
Shut
It
up.
has the swing. It has the Purdy shuffle.
Swing.
Because I had just learned how to do the Purdy shuffle, and I was like, I really want to put this in a song, so I put it in a song.
Yeah,
and thus
yeah,
the swing
yeah. 'Cause
section
we were
was
like, we
born.
need something to do to make it interesting,
To make
for
it
that bit.
proggier.
And then
Yeah.
we were like, then you played that, so it was like, yeah.
Because this was
And the best
written-
bit is Archie's country solo.
And that solo,
Bam,
it just
bam.
clicked in my head.
It made
There's like
me.
the little waterfally bit. It's so nice.
I remember coming out of the studio and you were just
Remember
practicing outside, and I was like, that is so cool.
I knew exactly what I wanted. I've got a video somewhere because I had my camera. We were like vlogging when we were recording there, and I have a video of us coming up with stuff, and everyone was just singing. It's like do biddy 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 biddy.
Yeah, we spent what song was it where we spent ages on the piano outside trying to figure out harmonies for?
That was Christmas. That was Christmas.
We wanted to do
Was
a
it?
5-part, but we never actually did it.
We
'cause it was
no,
so
we
much-
did.
We knew we did.
It's
Did
the
It's at least 4-part.
Oh yeah,
nice.
what? Yeah.
I love
Walk
that
along
bit.
the streets like that. Anyway, the walk.
Mhm.
That's real. Anything else to say on the song itself?
In terms of writing, it was a song. It was very much a song that took like a year to write because it was. I always wanted to write a song about like parties and like feeling weird and feeling left out and like hungover really. And Edge of a Mosh Pit is basically the exact same premise. But the walk, I feel like the walk is sort of like the first version of Edge of a Mosh Pit, but it's more of a ballad really.
In any depth?
Other than the fact that like when we recorded it or slash like when we were making it, I like kept silently getting annoyed about how the intro was like twice as long as I thought it should be.
Yeah, it's stupidly long
But
song.
it's
Well, when we play it now,
proggy.
we sure.
Yeah, and every single time Sasha really liked it. I was like, yeah, that's really cool. Like, no.
It's
Anyway.
proggy, and it's a great closer because it's got so much tension and release to it.
We play it so much shorter now. We cut out chunks of the.
Well, that's because you're in charge of when the vocals come in. So
Yes,
it's like.
yes. So I play it shorter.
But I was like, I remember the first time you started doing that, I was fully like, oh my god, he's coming at the wrong time. Where am I? And then I realized you just
Where?
come at, I know, like very early on when we were playing it, like before pre-Disco Desolation. And I remember you doing that and me being like, what?
Yeah,
He's not done all 8 progressions. It's like.
There was also for ages there was something about the first verse that I just couldn't get right, and like coming into it. No, it was the build up. I'd always try and do the build up half. Do you remember that? Like
Yes.
I'd
you
always do half of that and then jump into it.
Down,
And then it was one of those stupid things that took me ages to learn.
Can I put a secret like Easter egg in about this song? I was listening. I had this song out for what, a year and a half or more, and I was listening back.
2 years.
Is it 2 years? Well, no, because it came out like March.
November.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, it actually came out in March
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Dopamine came out
So,
November 22.
but anyway, so I was listening through a couple months ago, just had it on in my room, and I realised that in one of the verses, I want to say the second verse, I'm playing that little lead bit that repeats. I play a wrong note. I haven't realised for a year and a half there's a wrong note that we left in the final song. So
Where?
that's an Easter egg. It's in like the second verse or something. It's really subtle because there's quite a few layers at that point. But if you listen
Finding
closely,
it. I'm looking for it.
so
Can we
everyone
all try and find it?
go
I'm curious.
stream the walk and listen to the whole thing.
Is it the bit
Yeah.
where you go down? Is it? I remember always being a little bit off about the bit where you went da 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 ba ba da 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 da, and that changed every single time.
That's purposeful. That was just me being over improv-y. I shouldn't have done that. That was me before I realised that as a studio musician, you need to be kind of like reserved.
We're studio musicians now, apparently.
in that scenario. No, it was a genuine mistake. It was in the one. It was one of those notes that always repeats that I just got wrong.
Well, I never noticed.
I know. So now everyone.
Yeah, I'll agree with Ollie. It's too long.
Just dissing our own
People
songs.
looking for an insight on the writing of the music, and it's just us being like, "This one's too long. Sod it. Fuck this song."
We're giving
I
people
think-
reasons not to listen to our music.
I think this song is a fantastic
Well-
closer. but I stopped. I've stopped wanting to close with it since, even though I do.
It
think
was
it's
described by Mr. Thomas Hughes as the song of the summer and the song on every girl's playlist.
He says that about every single song he writes, though. So-
Edge of a Mosh Pit is forever the song of the summer.
to be fair, that
Edge
is
of
the
a Mosh
song of
Pit.
pub. That was when we did a bunch of pub in the park gigs.
That was
so that is
the
fully.
park opener.
It just has a summer vibe.
It is. It's the boom boom
I feel
boom
like
boom.
the
boom.
lyrics, Edge of a Mosh Pit, the theming is more about like summer and gigging.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
I think
The
that
Walk is the winter version of it.
Yeah.
the walk is. I
just-
really
actually-
love. I love the lyrics for the walk. I really.
I
do
wrote
like
them in a tent. I wrote
Yeah.
them. So we had them in a. This is an example of me procrastinating like crazy. But we were playing Carfest, and it was the day of, and I still hadn't written any of the verse lyrics. So and like it was like the hour before I was meeting you guys. I was like, shit, okay, I need to do this. So I just ran into my tent at Carfest, just wrote some words down, and it was ice cold. Cold eyes. Which okay, I need to clarify for anyone watching this. It's ice cold, so like an ice cold drink, and cold eyes, like cold eyes. I'm sure I had a meaning. I'm sure I knew what that meant more, but I don't know.
I think
Like
it's
a
not.
cold heart, but for eyes. A cold heart, but for eyes.
Yeah, that's what it's that sort of thing.
I always connected it to sleep. Like ice cold, cold eyes. I don't really like
Yeah.
the taste of it. You don't like the drink. You want to go to bed. He's gone. She's missing.
Yeah.
But it's the second verse. I like the second verse and I love the chorus. The night always ends with a question mark because the walk comes so. The night always ends with a question mark. It's just one of those like banger lyrics.
I like that.
It's
Yeah.
just-
Always with a question.
With a
We'll get
question.
to that. We'll
With
get
a
to that.
question. That wasn't intended to be in the final mix, but I forgot to communicate that to Gabriel.
I think it was because I remember.
like that.
I like it too.
It's good the way it is because it's sort of like background and just sounds like people messing about, which it is.
He put a shit ton of reverb in it.
We keeping you, Sasha.
What? So, mate, I've been up since like I was in London watching Bill Murray and Sleep Token last night. I got no sleep, and
I saw the pictures for that. It looks sick.
I was there at the O2.
You were there?
Yeah,
That's literally from yesterday.
Yeah,
I was there. Me and Ruby were there last night.
I had a friend who was there.
Did you see Division X?
No, they were literally on the opposite side of the arena. Like we could not have been further.
Did you wave a torch at them?
No, I ran into the ex-singer of Ocean Planet though, which was very awkward.
What? The Dave?
Yeah, I
Or
ran
his
into
name
Dave and his girlfriend.
is? No way.
He's in a new project now. He's doing very well. He's also self-employed, so he's gone up and up and up since he left Ocean Planet, which maybe it'll be a
It was
trend
a
if
Kickstart.
anyone else. Yeah,
Hmm.
real. Yeah, we're the reason.
And the reason is you.
Fuck.
This is a monster tash, I gotta say. Hardly looked at it, but like, no, I'm gonna spin.